Okay, so today's video is a video that I've been working on for a long time. I've had the idea to do this video forever, and I keep putting it off because I want to make sure that these things actually work. And I finally have 5 natural deodorants that actually work. I have tried, and I think everybody knows that's sort of like if you've gotten into green beauty, the one thing that most people, I would say like the majority of people, have the most problem replacing is deodorants that work. There are a lot of green deodorants out on the market. There's lots of different brands, there's lots of different types, there's lots of different formulas and scents and all of that, and I have tried a lot of deodorants. Like I've like lost count at the number of deodorants that I've tried, and you know, for a long time there was only like one deodorant that worked for me, and I've actually been testing a lot of deodorants recently. I said after I found one brand in particular that I wasn't going to test anymore, but then a couple of others sort of like came into my life, and I got to test a bunch more that, you know, some worked, some didn't, some really didn't work, and I will not be talking about the ones that didn't work. At least not in this video, because there's a lot of formulas that don't work. So it would, and it really depends on every different person. What works for me may not work specifically for you. Like, for me, the types of formulas that work are coconut oil based, and they either have to have no baking soda, or baking soda has to be like a very minimal ingredient. It can't be towards the top, otherwise, I mean, it'll work, but it'll really irritate my underarms. Like, there are a couple of deodorants that I wish I could include in this video that work, but they really irritate me. I could put them down below if you're interested. Well, I'll name them down below as deodorants that work, that you could try out yourself, that also are coconut oil based, but the baking soda in them is too strong for me, and it irritates me really quickly. And I actually, unfortunately, just tried one from a brand that I love. I used it for 2 days, and afterwards I had like this massive lump under my armpit for like 2 weeks that took a long time to clear up. So the formulas for me have to be very specific, and if they are not coconut oil based, they usually don't work for me. There's one in here that I've got that is not coconut oil based, that does sort of work. I only say sort of because it stopped working after I got pregnant, or after I gave birth, but I still want to mention it. So I'm actually going to start with that one. I'm going to go in order of maybe not so much effectiveness, but my favorite ones. So this is the Kai, I think it's Kai, Take the Taksumi Detox Bamboo Charcoal Deodorant in Lime Mint. They have 3 different scents, and I'm actually not sure what's going on with this website right now. I was looking it up to do research for this video, and the website looks like it's down. I also can't seem to find this deodorant on a couple of places where it's usually for sale. It is for sale on Amazon, so I'm going to link it there. But I'm not sure if the website is just getting a refresher. I'll probably email the owner, because she emailed me about trying this deodorant, and find out what's going on with the website. But I don't think it's going anywhere, so I am still comfortable talking about it. But this is the only one that I've got that's not coconut oil based. This is a aluminum-free, vegan, 99% natural deodorant. And it's important to note that this deodorant works in stages. It's not like a typical deodorant where you try it and it works like immediately like some of these other ones do. This one specifically works in a different way. It works as a detox, to detox your body from ingredients before it actually starts working as a deodorant. So this works in sort of like a 4-week staging process. So like the first week you'll notice that it is working. The second week is when you start to notice more like sweating and smelling. The third week is when it gets really bad, when you like really smell. And then by the 4th week it should be working again. So I did do that. I used this for an entire 4-week period, actually a little bit longer. I started using this before I gave birth, so I was still pregnant when I started using this, and I went through all of the same detox stages that it said that I would, and I stuck it out. It was really hard in the couple of weeks where I like smelled and I was like sweating a lot. It was really hard to go through those, because as you know, nobody wants to smell. But luckily I wasn't really doing much, because I was really heavily pregnant at the time, and I wasn't going out a lot, so I wasn't really worrying about how bad I smelled. But after I got to the 4-week period, once the 4-week period ended, it worked really well for me. It's a sort of more moisturizing formula. It's not like a powder. It's not like a powder. You'll notice it's like a different color because it's got charcoal in it. And it's sort of more like a, I don't want to say like a gel, but it's kind of like that sort of formula, because it's not like a typical sort of like oil-based, you know, like white coconut oil formula like the rest of these that I have are. So like I said, they do have 3 different scents. There's the lime mint, they have a rose, and then I believe the third scent is just bamboo. So I did still want to give this one a mention. This one sells for $21. I wanted to give it a mention because it did work. The only problem I had with it is that after I gave birth, it stopped working. And I did talk to the owner about that, and she said that I'm not the only one who sort of had that problem. She said a couple other people have mentioned to her that once they gave birth, it stopped working for them. So I am going to give this another try in another couple of months or so to see if my hormones have sort of like regulated and it works with my body again. But this does work. But just know that if you're pregnant while you start using this, or if you're using this and then you give birth, it's possible that with the changes in hormones and all of that, it might stop working for a while. So I did want to give that one a mention still because it does work. I really did like it. It's very sort of like soothing to the underarms, and once you get past like the detox stage, even if you've used other natural deodorants, because I've been using natural deodorants for over 2 years and I still went through the detox stage, this one will still work great. So I will leave the information for this one down below. You can buy it on Amazon right now, and once the information is up on the website again, I will add that to the website. I will add that to the description bar once that information is available again. So the next one that's sort of like my next favorite is the Love Fresh Mandarin Lime deodorant. Now, Love Fresh has 2 different formulas. There is this one, which is the baking soda free formula, which I believe they have 2 different scents in. And then they have a baking soda version, which I do have a tube of, but I haven't tried yet because I've been sort of terrified to try it. Because honestly, I get really scared trying formulas with baking soda because they tend to just really irritate me and give me like weird lumps under my arms. Some people get rashes, like my husband gets rashes when he uses a formula with baking soda that really irritates him, but I get like lumps under my arms, so I'd rather stay away from that stuff if possible. But this is the baking soda free version again, the Love Fresh deodorant in the 3.5 ounce, which is this size. Their full size retails for $24. And like I said, they also have a baking soda formula which has more different scents. The one baking soda one I have is rose. So I've used about half of this deodorant. So I've given it a fair test to see how it works. And this one you push up from the bottom, so you can sort of see how much you've used like as you're pushing it up. And this one it works really well. So it is coconut oil based. It's got shea butter, coconut oil, arrowroot flour, magnesium, kaolin clay, emulsifying wax, mandarin, and lime essential oil. So it's very minimal ingredients, but they're effective. I don't know what it is about my body and coconut oil, but that is the type of deodorant that works best for my body. I've tried lots that don't have coconut oil and none of them work. So if you're having trouble finding a deodorant that works, maybe try a coconut oil based one if you haven't, because I tend to find that those are the ones that really help with they can sometimes help with sweating. Like, it's not going to be, no natural deodorant that you're going to try is going to be an antiperspirant, so you're going to sweat no matter what. It's all about controlling the odor, and coconut oil for some reason really works with my body chemistry to control the odors. This one will work for most of the day. I don't find that I need to reapply it unless I'm doing something where I'm sweating a lot and I'm like sort of going through the coconut oil that's under my arms. So if it's just like a normal day, like at the office, you're not really doing that much, I don't think you would need a reapplication of this. But if you're sort of doing something like working out or you know, going for a hike or whatever, it's not going to last you all day. You will need to reapply in that case. And definitely during the summer, reapplications are more common than not, like in the winter. So this is another really great deodorant to try. It's for sale at like a lot of different retailers. I will leave the link for this one down below as well, but this would be my 4th favorite deodorant that works. So the third one that I got, my 3rd favorite, I've been trying for a long time, and actually I'm almost done with this, with the stick actually. I think I started trying this one in like March of last year, so it's been almost a year that I have had this. I mean, I haven't used it solely since then, but I used it for quite a few months last year and into the summer. So this one is a coconut oil based formula, but it does have baking soda, but the baking soda is minimal enough in this deodorant that it doesn't irritate me. So this one again has coconut oil, shea butter, candelia wax, baking soda, cornstarch, and then lavender essential oil. I think they have a couple of different scents. This is from Whole Clarity, and they say that this is a 24-hour aluminum-free deodorant. So I did, when they contacted me to try this, this is a 2.2 ounce, which I think is a standard sort of like deodorant stick that's in this size. These bigger ones in the tubing tends to sort of like be more deodorant, so you get more for your money. When they contacted me to try this, I noticed that there was baking soda in the ingredients, and I told them I tend to not have success with baking soda based deodorants, and they told me that they would also send me their pH balancer to spray before you spray the deodorant, because this is supposed to counteract the baking soda in the deodorants. So in here it says if you just shaved, wait 30 minutes before applying, mist onto underarms and allow to dry, and then apply the deodorant as directed. So in here all it is water and apple cider vinegar. So it says natural deodorant can be very alkalizing, and that's a good thing, but it can also cause irritation. Spray this before applying if you get an itchy or red rash. The acid balances your pH level so you can continue use. I did try this before trying the pH balancer just to see if I would even need it, and I found that I actually didn't. I did try this anyway, and because I didn't feel like I needed it with this, I'm not sure that it did anything, but I might try this with some of the other deodorants that I have that do cause me a lot of irritation because they have a lot more baking soda in the formula, but I haven't yet because I haven't pulled these ones out in a while. But this one, the baking soda, is far enough down the list that it doesn't give me any irritation on its own, and this is a really great deodorant. It does last pretty much all day long. I don't think I ever had an instance where I needed to reapply this, even if I was doing something strenuous. So the formula on this one is a little bit better than the formula of the Love Fresh one. So I do really like this one. And this again is available on Amazon and on their website. So this is just another really great deodorant that's minimal ingredients, works really well, and I really like that one. So the second favorite one that I've got two different ones from the same brand. I was thinking about separating them, but they work pretty much the same in comparison to each other. One is a little bit better than the other one, I think, but they both pretty much work the same. And for a long time, this was my holy grail deodorant. Like, nothing else even compared to this. No matter what I tried, nothing worked as well. And it works really well, but I do have one more that works a lot better. Maybe not so much a lot better, but it does work better than this one, and it has become a new favorite. But the two that I'm talking about are from Meow Meow Tweet. There is the baking soda free deodorant cream, which they do have two different scents of. There is grapefruit and lavender, both of which I love, both of which I've used multiple pots of. I am halfway through this pot, actually, but then I started testing out another deodorant, so I'm just putting this one on the back burner for now. I think I do still have 2 full-size jars of this left to go through. And I do really love this. This was my #1 favorite for a long, long time. I raved about it in lots of favorites, in lots of posts. I mean, it's still a really great deodorant. I do find that towards the end of the day, I do end up stinking like a little bit, but it will work for the majority of the day. So I knew I loved that formula, and then I found out last year that they were coming out with a stick formula, which I have gotten to try. I did buy 2 of their, I did buy 2 of their trial size sticks when they came out. This one has actually become unusable. I can't push it up. I did use a full tube of their lemon eucalyptus scent. This is their lavender bergamot, but I think I waited too long to use this, and I can't get this to push up. And then the formula is a little bit weird on it, and it smells kind of funky. The only thing about this one versus the pot is this might not last as long. I don't know if it's just because the packaging, or I let it sit a little too long. I haven't had it that long, actually, and I've got pots that are older than this one, and this one like sort of went off a little bit quicker than I expected it to. But like I was saying, I did use a whole 1 ounce stick of this when it first came out, and I was really, really impressed by it. I do think it works slightly better than the baking soda free pot version. There also is a baking soda pot version. I have tried that one, and it does really, really irritate my underarms. So so I can't use the baking soda version, but the baking soda free one is great. The pot versions are 2.4 ounces, and they're $14 each. The stick, the full-size stick, I believe is 4.5 ounces. I didn't write it down, and it's $22 each. So it's almost double the amount that you get in the pot, and it's a little bit, not quite double the price, but it's up there in price. but not as expensive as the Love Fresh actually. So I think ounce for ounce, most of these deodorants are really comparably priced. But I did use the 1 ounce stick version. I used the entire thing in succession. I didn't use anything else in between, and it took me about a month to finish one of these whole sticks, so it would probably take you about 4 months to use one of the full sizes. So the ingredients in the baking soda free pot version are arrowroot powder, magnesium hydroxide, coconut oil, shea butter, jojoba oil, grapefruit, or lavender depending on the scent, bergamot, lemon, and sweet orange essential oil. So the last couple of ingredients will vary depending on the scent, but that is the one in this one because it's grapefruit. The ingredients of the stick version are sunflower seed oil, arrowroot powder, candelia wax, magnesium hydroxide, shea butter, cocoa seed butter, baking soda, and rosemary leaf oil, and then essential oils based on the scent. So even though the stick version does not have coconut oil and it does have baking soda, something about the formula of the sunflower seed oil and the other ingredients included in it make it work the same. I have found that it works even just a little bit better than the pot. I found that this lasted a little bit longer. I wasn't stinking as much at the end of the day. I didn't need to reapply it. So I really, really love the stick version. Once I'm out of the last few pots that I've got of the baking soda free version, I probably will pick up a full size of the stick. This packaging was the very first packaging that they came out for these little trial sizes. They have since redone the packaging because they were finding that people were having an issue with this, with the push-up of this. So they have redone the trial sizes so that way they work better. So if you order a trial size now, you shouldn't have an issue getting the product out. But these are definitely my number 2 and number 3 deodorants. But the one deodorant that I have found recently that works more amazing than any deodorant that I have ever tried. It works great. I have found that I haven't smelled at all, even at the end of a long day, even with sweating, even with whatever. That is the Fable Naturals Lemon and Eucalyptus Natural Deodorant. So there's only one problem with this deodorant, is that you can't get it right now. So as of a couple of days ago, Fable Naturals is actually closing as a brand, but the only reason I'm still talking about this is because they are reopening a new brand that will be their deodorant brand. And I did confirm with the owner that the formula and the scents are going to be exactly the same, so that's why I'm still talking about it, because they are planning on opening really, really soon. So this one specifically is the lemon and eucalyptus deodorant. They do also have a tea tree and cedar scent. So I've been using this since about December because I ordered this over Black Friday and then I started using it in December. This deodorant is fantastic. So the ingredients in this one are arrowroot powder, coconut oil, magnesium hydroxide, olive oil, kaolin, cocoa seed butter, baking soda, candelia wax, eucalyptus oil, and then citrus oil to give it the lemon eucalyptus scent. This deodorant is amazing. It works so amazingly well. There is absolutely zero irritation, even with the baking soda in it. It keeps me even sort of like dry. I haven't noticed excessive sweating, but it's also the winter. So it'll definitely be put to like a bigger test in the summer when it would test against sweating. But even like if you're going through day-to-day stuff, it probably should still be fine. But I absolutely love this. If you can, I'm more than halfway through. I got their email that they were closing up shop and I ordered 2 more. Even knowing that they were going to be reopening with their deodorants in just a new sort of like branding. But this will be coming back just with a different name, and I'll probably be posting about it on Instagram once it does return, so that way you can go and order it if you would like. But I definitely recommend this over even all of the other ones that I talked about. As much as those ones work, this one definitely works the best for me. It's really fantastic. It's 2.3 ounces and it was $16. I don't know if the price is going to change, so it's comparable to the Meow Meow Tweet baking soda free pot size and price. It's comparable to that, but it even works better than that one does. But I'm really excited for them to reopen as a new brand and possibly with new scents at a later time. But even the scents that they do have, the lemon and eucalyptus and the tea tree cedar one I haven't tried, but I'm sure that would be great for men or even like a unisex scent. I did just order 2 more jars of the lemon eucalyptus because I really do like this scent. And the scent actually lasts a really long time. I don't find that it fades. I can even smell myself like a couple hours later. I'm like, oh, I could still smell my deodorant, which is good because then you don't smell sweat, you just smell deodorant. So this is my number 1 favorite. This is probably, this one and the baking soda free, or this one and the stick version of the Meow Meow Tweet are probably the 2 that I will continue to rebuy Even once I'm out of all these other ones, while I do like them and I think that they work, these are just my absolute 2 favorites. And I do recommend all 5. Definitely check out all of them. You can see, you can pick your favorite, and you can try them all if you want to sort of see which one works the best for you. If you know that coconut oil based non-baking soda or low baking soda formulas are what works for you as well, or even if you aren't sure what works for you, if you've tried tons of other deodorants and you've just failed at every single one of them, try this kind of formula, because you might find that this is what works for you. So these are the top 5 deodorants that work, the top 5 natural deodorants that work, at least for me. Like I said in the beginning, everybody's body is different, everybody's body chemistry will work differently with all different kinds of deodorants. You may have found one already that works great for you, but if you've been wanting to try some others, here are 5 more suggestions, and I highly recommend these. They are, you know, a little bit pricey, but honestly, I've tried the cheap deodorants that you can get for, you know, $7 at Whole Foods or whatever, and those don't work. None of them have. They just don't. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've tried any of these deodorants or what deodorant works that you found works for you. So that way anybody else who watches this video, if they need other recommendations, if they've tried these and they don't work, they can, you know, try your recommendation or, you know, look into it or whatever. So let me know what your Holy Grail deodorant is, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope you got a new favorite deodorant, and I will let you guys know about Hola deodorants when it opens up again, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.